In the forests of Overlook Mountain, you might find birds, rattlesnakes, amazing views, and even some ghosts. We went and hiked up Overlook Mountain to find the ruins of the Overlook Mountain House. And this is what we uncovered. Hi, my name is Brittany. If you're new or simply not yet subscribed, make sure you subscribe to my channel. And let's dive in to not only the investigation, but also the history of the Overlook Mountain House. All through the 1800s, the beauty of the Catskills would attract naturalists, painters, tourists, poets, and musicians. With so many people that were interested in the mountains, hotels would start to be built to accommodate them. This would range from the most famous, the Catskill Mountain House, which was on the eastern end of the North Lake campgrounds in Haines Falls, New York. This hotel was known as the Grand Hotel. It was built in 1827 and would operate until 1941. The hotel would burn to the ground in 1963. But this specific hotel would become the model for all of the hotels in the Catskills, and ending with the tragedy of the mountain houses. Now, building a hotel in the Catskills, you would face a number of challenges. Between the range of the weather, how the economy was doing, and the arrival of the automobile, it would leave most of these hotels in financial ruin. There wasn't just one Overlook Mountain House, but there was a series of them that would ultimately meet an untimely end. So let's start with the first one. In the early 1800s, a man by the name of James Booth would start planning what he would call the Woodstock Blue Mountain House. On July 4th, 1833, he served dinner to multiple investors in hopes of constructing a hotel on top of Overlook Mountain. His dream, unfortunately, would never come true, as the economy turmoil of 1833 took its toll. But he was not the only one who shared this vision. In the mid-1800s, 4 men shared this vision, tried, and failed. Then in 1871, William Brinkerhoff and Charles H. Crack built the first Overlook Mountain House. This hotel could house up to 300 guests, and it was a 3-hour drive by coach from the West Hurley train station. The hotel seemed to have a promising future, and it became nationally known when President Ulysses S. Grant visited in 1873. Fun fact, I'm distantly related to him. My mom always said it was a bad thing. But honestly, I don't know much about his presidency, so I don't know. But yeah, fun fact. Anyways, unfortunately, that promising future would all come to an end on April Fool's Day, 1875. Mr. Lasher's daughter, Raina, heard a funny noise in the hotel. So she went and she told a worker. But he didn't believe her and said, "You can't fool me." So she went and she got her mother. And her mother sent her to tell another employee that they had found the chimney on fire. But like the first one, he didn't believe her because it's April Fool's Day. And because of this, the hotel would end up burning down, leaving only a few minor buildings. Mr. Lasher was already in debt from all of the hotel expenses, and he didn't have the capital to open the mountain house for the season. So he lost it. And the remaining structures and property would sell later that year for $7,400. The Kierstead brothers would end up buying the property, and they would begin building the hotel in the same location in December of 1877. The hotel was 3 stories and 200 feet in length. It was billed as the first-class hotel. It had steam heat and would cost $3 to $3.50 a day to stay here, or $15 to $20 to stay for the week. The brothers would buy rowboats for Echo Lake, along with stocking the lake with trout. The hotel was doing great. By the summer of 1878, every room in the hotel was booked. And that same year, President Chester A. Arthur would visit the hotel. Later, a bowling alley would be added, along with a 3-story viewing tower on the peak of the mountain. The hotel would continue to thrive all the way into the 1880s. However, due to the decline of the economy, in 1884, the hotel would have a lot of empty rooms. By 1891, both of the brothers had died, and this would leave the hotel to one of their sons, who would occasionally operate the hotel. It continued to operate into the early 1990s. In 1917, Morris Newgold would purchase the hotel, and he would make improvements over the next few years. The first couple of years, the hotel was popular. However, just like in the past, that would soon not be the case. In 1924, the hotel would meet the same fate as the original and would burn down. To this day, the fire remains a mystery. Morris Newgold even posted a reward for $1,000 for the conviction of the arsonist, but had no luck. However, he wasn't one to give up, and he was determined to rebuild the hotel. And this time, he planned to make it last the test of time. He would go on to sell his Times Square hotel in New York City and would use the capital to build his new mountain house. The plans included the hotel, a guest lodge, the 1928 house, machine and carpentry shops, an electric power station, garage, stables, underground water tanks, an ice house, and a few other minor buildings. By 1935, Morris spent nearly $1 million and determined that it would take another $300,000 to complete it. Now, just keep in mind that that is not today's money. This is 1935. Financially, he did have the means to finish this project. However, in 1937, Morris would pass away. His grandson, Gabriel, had tried his best to board up the buildings left to fight in World War II. The buildings contained thousands of dollars in unused building supplies, furniture, and other valuables. But when he returned, he found that the building was destroyed. Thieves had went through and literally taken anything that was worth any value and destroyed the place in the process, which is heartbreaking. I mean, this was literally his father's dream. This was his legacy. And it seemed like he wanted to protect it, which is why he tried to board it up so then he could go on since it wasn't finished. And just for people to come in and destroy it. And not only just steal all of the valuables, but literally destroy the place. Today you can go and explore the ruins of the hotel, which is what we did. It's about a 4.8 mile hike there and back. And it's just a short distance from the fire tower. I think it took us like an additional 10 minutes to reach the fire tower after the ruins. There are a few other minor buildings, like ruins, that you can see apart from the main one, that's the hotel. Some people believe that spirits or even vampires haunt the ruins. Freya, are you hiking a mountain? Mm-hmm. Yeah, you're doing a good job. Oh, you see a rock? It's a cool rock. Oh, yeah. Are you going to see some ghosts? That's all mud. Let's walk around. Look at you go.
I think that you could be like a
It used to be a hotel.
I think it was a fountain, buddy.
Yeah. but now it's all like rolling.
Oh. Want a lift? You see the fireplace?
Oh, that this must be the dining room. Look here, there's like paintings there. Look, there's like
I see it.
paintings.
Hey, that's graffiti, Sebastian.
Oh, fireplace.
Yeah, Sebastian goes, look up there. There's like old paintings up there.
That's like that.
Be careful, the leaves are real tricky. Like that. We don't want you to fall. Okay.
Oh, careful.
This one, too.
Wall.
Oh no. Come on, bud. Oh, wow, there's some vulture
Don't
here.
look, Vicky.
Careful. You really got to pay attention going down there.
Vicky,
Buddy.
there's a rope.
Yeah?
You gotta be really careful. Here, it's okay to take my hand. It's just these ones are tough. Okay, just be really careful. You too, mother.
I don't know one. I can do the one. No way. I'm going to try this one. No way. It's like all, this is like all rock. No way. This is all kind of broken. No way. Look at that one.
Careful, girly.
Take my hand.
There's an old bathtub.
Is that?
Yeah.
Hey, pray.
I want this. I want this.
Oh, yeah.
I just
How much is it?
little.
Plants.
No way.
Careful.
So that
let's go look in.
must be the bathroom.
Come on, Gary.
So that must be the bathroom.
Wow.
Me. Mine.
Oh, careful.
Here you go. I gotta hold your hand, girlie. I don't want you
How
to
do you
fall.
get in there?
Well, normally there would be a floor here.
Daddy, look at that.
I think it's crazy that there's still some like
You gotta stay here.
the outlines of the windows.
Yeah.
No, it's
Well, that's how they used to make them. Then they would have individual glass panes. Most of the windows at my work are still like that. Old windows.
How do you get in?
Buddy, well, you're going away from it.
It was very busy when we went. Like, the parking lot was completely full. There was parking farther down that you could park in. I don't know how full that was. The kids and I ended up getting out, and then Jeff had went and ended up turning around because we ended up getting parking. Cell service, not good there either, which, I mean, you're on a mountain. You're in the middle of absolute nowhere. So that's fine to me. I think that you shouldn't really use your phone much in hikes. I mean, obviously I'm using it to film when we're there, but besides that, like, I'm not going to be texting as I'm hiking through the woods. But it's not a bad hike. I hiked it carrying Freya most of the way there and back. I definitely recommend it. It's stunning. I mean, I like hiking. I like going, getting lost in the woods. I like being surrounded by trees. It has an incredible view. And the ruins are very cool to see. But since it was very busy, I had a hard time picking up on any energy, like spiritual energy. I didn't really feel anything when we first went through. However, when we went back, I did feel more.
Oh, that's a perfect one. See how it's square, not round?
Yeah.
That means it's a really old nail. They used to make them square like this. See?
One of the arsonists were never caught. Do you know who that is?
You asking questions? You little ghost hunter?
Was the location the problem with business for the hotels?
Was there a reason that they started the fires?
Look, they were thinking that they rebuilt it.
Probably to make money. Is there anything that you would like anybody to know? We, on a different app, we had seen a fire truck come through. Was that you talking about the fires? They kind of sound like fire. But they're good. Good girl. Kind of sound like a band-aid.
If they were thinking like it could be look at the wall or look at the wall.
Good job, buddy. Now let's try. Let's see if this supposed to pick up if there's any like beings. Oh, careful, girly. Let's see how it picks up on Freya.
Oh, yeah.
And down me.
And Sebastian. Let's see if there's anything. It is nice that it doesn't pick up on like random doorways and stuff, because a lot of them do.
Because also how funny that is.
Okay.
They'll take it like all because
But ours has a wall on both sides.
well, they got for like all because this doesn't happen really.
Don't see anything, just the
doesn't
kids.
happen really,
Well, that's good.
right?
We don't need to bring anything home.
We're not in that. Like we put it
You okay?
Like put in a number. So I can be the project if they go from that.
I wouldn't be surprised either.
Because look at the death. Look at those chips.
Wow.
They're like gone. They're wickedly like gone.
Just be careful, okay?
Like wickedly like gone. Wickedly like gone.
People had passed away in the hotel. Is there a reason? Red. Is there a reason why? Do you see the hotel how it used to be?
Yeah.
There's been a few of theirs.
Something like that. I thought I heard it get out at some point. What do you think, dude? You okay?
I
It
think
sounds like
it's
it just
the
a dude.
That's a dude.
I know, but then
No.
it's a dude.
no, it sounds like it's the tooth.
Are there any children here? Minus these children? Do you like when kids come and play? Come on. There was way less people, so I think that was much less overwhelming. And we did get a lot of instances of the spirits not wanting us there. And we also got the acknowledgement of there being a fire. We got it a couple different times, I did try this one app. I don't think that I caught it on camera. I was messing around with it before, and it showed a fire. It was the first thing that popped up, and which is crazy because there was a fire there. We didn't see any vampires though, or at least that we know of. I hope you guys enjoyed the investigation and the information on this piece of history. I think it's so important as we're diving into the paranormal and we're investigating that we know the history and we lean into that and we learn the history, because that's such a large part of why the spirits are there, and it almost preserves this piece in time. The Overlook Mountain Trail is in Woodstock, New York. If you do plan to visit, you don't have to pay anything. You can just go. There are rattlesnakes on the trail. We didn't see any because we were later in the day, but if you go earlier when it's hotter, they're more likely to be out in the open on the trail. And they have a lot of signs warning you of them. Rattlesnakes are poisonous if you did not know. So obviously you want to watch out for them. There was a man at the top that had water if you needed it. And you could go into this cottage and learn more about the mountain house and the Overlook Mountain, which I thought was so cool. They really do take pride in the history there. So if you're in the area, I really recommend taking the trip to see it. We drove a couple hours to see it, but it was so worth it. Also, get out in nature and recharge. Seriously. I plan to do more hiking ones when it gets a little bit warmer, because it's obviously pretty cold, especially where I am right now. So if you like all of the information with the tidbits of us investigating, let me know in the comments down below. I have a lot of investigations planned. I'm also going to start having guests on my channel very soon, so look forward to that. Make sure you subscribe, make sure your bell is on so you don't miss a single thing. And like this video. Until my next one, I love you guys. Bye.